Okay, welcome to this video on integer addition example problems. We're just going to work through 5 problems here really quick and use our number lines and zero pairs to work through some. Alright, we've got 5 examples here, so let's get started. Okay, the first one is -3 plus -5. Alright, so -3 combined with a -5, -3 plus -5. Alright, so let's do our zero pairs first. Alright, so remember that we can do the positives together and the negatives together. In this case, what do we have? We have 2 negatives, right? So let's just make our circles here. Oops. 1, 2, 3. And then we had 5 more negatives, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost ran out of room there. Okay, so and we don't have any positives, right? There aren't any positive integers here. Both are negative. So that looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they're all red, so they're all negative. So we have 8 total. They're all negative, so -8. Alright, now let's use our number line. And you can see here that the number line in this case isn't labeled. I didn't label these. And that's just to show you that where your zero is really doesn't necessarily matter. It's not like these always have to be even. And you can kind of put the zero wherever you want them as long as it makes sense, and then you go in the positive direction to the right and the negative direction to the left. So I can already see here after working this that -8 is my answer. So for example, I wouldn't want to put my 0 right here, right? Because I don't have enough room. I don't have enough room there, so that would not be the best thing to do. So what would be better is to put my 0 over here. I'm just going to label this 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8. Okay, so we're starting at 0, and I can already tell I made this a little bit too small. It's going to be kind of difficult to work with. Okay, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the negative direction, and then we're done. And actually, let me do this the correct way. Let's go 3 first, right? 3 in the negative direction. 1, 2, 3. That gets us this first part, the -3. Then we can continue on for 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That takes us all the way out to -8 right here. Okay? And there's our answer, -8. Alright, on to the next one. I also want to, real quick, kind of go in a different direction here, but I want to make it clear that if you don't, let's say you're at home and you don't have any of these, maybe you don't have a red and a green marker or any red or green buttons to work with these zero pairs, well, you can just use this model with just a pencil and use it that way, and we can represent our positive one like this, symbolically or visually, and then we can represent our negative one like this, -1. I'm sorry, let me back up, like this. And you can circle that if you want, maybe, or if you wanted to, you can do this, the negative in there, and then this with a positive. It's just faster to do it this way. So I'm going to model this one that way just so you can see that that will work too. Okay, so let's model this. So we have 4 plus 2. Everything is positive. Okay, so let's do that with this model. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that is added to, put a big plus in here, which I should have put the plus up here. The plus would have been right here. Plus. Okay, and then plus 2 more. 1, running out of room here, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So that's our correct answer. Positive 6. Okay, so let's we'll put our 0 further over here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Start at 0. We go 4 in the positive direction first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then another 2 in the positive direction. So 1, 2. And that's where we end. Right there. So positive 6. Alright. And I'm going to use the same method here. Instead of the different color circles, I'll use this method right here. Okay, so now we have a positive 2 plus a negative 4. So a positive 2 combined with the negative 4. So let's do that. Alright, let's start with our positive 2. Work with our 0. See, so far we've had no 0 pairs to cancel out, right? No opposite 0 pairs to get rid of. But in this case we will, because we have a positive and we have a negative. So here we go. Positive 1, 2. And that is combined with a negative 4. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, circle our 0 pairs. 1 0 pair, 2 0 pairs, and then that's it, right? And what are we left with? We're left with 1, 2, and they're negative, so negative 2, right? So our answer, let's write it here, is negative 2 and circle it. Alright, so let's start over here and let's use our number line. We'll do 0, 1, 2, then we'll do negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. Alright, so we start at 0 and we go 2 in the positive direction. 1, 2. Gets us right there. Then we need to go 4 in the negative direction. So we're right here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Which takes us right here to negative 2, right? Negative 2. So that checks out. Alright, now I'm going to go back to the red and green circles, because that's, I think, with this small example I've got here, I should have made this bigger. It's kind of hard to see otherwise. Okay, so we start with a negative 3 plus a positive 4. So let's put in our red and green circles. So we have 3 and they're negative, so they're red. 1, 2, 3. Now the next one is a positive, right? So let's put those in. We have 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's get our 0 pairs taken out. 1, 2, 3 0 pairs. What are we left with? We can mark these out. We're left with 1, and it's green, so it's positive. So our answer is positive 1. Right? Let's come over here to our number line. Do 0, 1, 2, 3. That should be enough. 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Alright, so we start at 0. First we go 3 in the negative direction. 1, 2, 3. Gets us right here. Then we need to go 4 in the positive direction. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw a little dash line. That gets us to positive 1. That checks out. Okay. Alright, now on to the last example here. And look what we've got here again. We've got all the same, all negatives, right? This one's negative combined with this negative. Okay, so what do we know about that? We're going to have all negative, or I'm sorry, all red circles. I'm going to have to do this pretty small. So first we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that was combined with, I can put a plus sign in here. You don't have to, but I will. Plus 2 more negatives, right? Another negative, a negative 2 here. 2 more. So 1, 2. You can see when you have to kind of be careful putting this plus sign in here, especially when it's all in pencil, for example, like if you did this, because then you have to be careful and not count the addition sign as a positive 1 or a positive 1 integer. Okay, so just be careful with that. Alright, so let's add this up. Let's just make sure we've got it correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's a negative, so they're red, plus 1, 2 more negatives. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 negatives. Alright, so that the answer is negative 9. We had 9 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and they're all negative. They're all red. No zero pairs. So the answer is negative 9. Okay, let's put that on our number line again. What would make sense here? Would we want our 0 way over here, or maybe way over here? Probably way over here, right? Because we're going to need room to put the negative 9 in. So I'm just going to put 0 right here, plus 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. Sorry, this is too small. Negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9. Okay, so we're starting right here at 0. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to start. Right? 7 to start. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going 2 more in the negative direction. So 1, 2. That takes us out to negative 9. Draw our little dash line so we can see that. Alright, and we are done. So several examples. We had some where we had all positive integers in our problem. We had some like number 1 and number 5 where they were all negative. And then we had this example where we had a positive and a negative, and the positive integer was listed first in the problem, and in this one the negative integer was listed first in the problem. And realize that the order of this doesn't matter, because I want to model this for you just so you see that. Let's say we had problem 6 down here, alright, and it was 4 plus negative 3. Okay, so you can see here this is the same numbers. We have a positive 4, negative 3, negative 3, and I want to show you that we will get positive 1. Okay, so let's do our 0 pairs. We'll start with the positives, right, because they're that's first, the positive 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 negatives. We have negative 3, right? 3 in the negative. We have 1, 2, 3. Get rid of our 0 pairs. We have 1 0 pair right there, 1 0 pair right there, 1 0 pair right there. Get rid of those. We are left with 1, and it is green, therefore it is positive. Positive 1, positive 1, positive 1. Okay? You see how the order doesn't matter? However I switch that, we're going to get the same thing. Okay, that's important for you to see here. Alright. Notice how these give you the exact same answer. They're the same. You've got a positive 4 integer, a negative 3 integer. You combine those, you get the same answer, whether you do the 4 first or the negative 3 first. Same answer. Okay? Alright. Some great work there, and I will see you in the next video.